Speak a little clearer for the mic. Your Honor, we are ready whenever the court is.
Thanks. Just looking up some rules before we start. All right. All right, county's ready. Time is 9:03. My name is Christian Waugh. I'm the Citrus County Special Master appointed to hear these building division compliance hearings. For these hearings, we follow an agenda, which is, I noticed, posted in the hallway. The first item on the agenda is the call to order. We just had that. The second item on the agenda is the pledge to the flag, so I'd like to ask you to join me for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
If any person decides to appeal any decision made by the Building Code Compliance Special Master with respect to any matter considered at this public hearing, he or she will need to ensure that a verbatim record of proceedings is made with record shall include the testimony and evidence upon the appeal is to be based.
All right, thank you. The next item on the agenda is dealing with the minutes from the last hearing, which was on March 28th, 2025. I have a copy of the proposed minutes. Are there any suggested changes, modifications, deletions, additions? All right, I don't see any, and I'm going to go ahead and approve the minutes. Is there a staff update?
Yes, sir. Your Honor, the staff update is posted outside with the exception of the Cannon Alley Center LLC case, which is listed in your agenda. It is continued.
Okay, so the Cannon Alley Center case 2024-01989, is not going to be heard today.
That's correct.
Okay. All right, so let me just give a brief statement to those who are here. Again, my name is Christian Waugh. I am a licensed Florida attorney acting as what is called a special master. What I'm going to tell you is not as comprehensive as I would normally do at a code compliance hearing, but I still would appreciate your attention. When your case is called, I will ask that you come forward, and you'll be placed under oath. If you are appearing at a hearing like this for the first time, the county will call the case, and I will allow the county to present its case first. I do that because I don't know what the case is about until I hear from the county, and they have a burden. So you will have the opportunity to cross-examine any of the witnesses that the county brings. And of course, after they're done, I'll allow you to present your case, which is your defense of the case if you have one. And that's your opportunity to present evidence. If you have proposed documents, we'll go through it. If you have witnesses, we'll go through them. It's important to be careful and to take your time during that, because this will probably be your only chance to present your case in front of me. I will also ask, and I don't know if the county's dealt with this or not, but I'll ask if there are any, if you contest the violation or not. You may have an arrangement with the county already that you'll present, I don't know. But if you don't have an arrangement already, when your case is called, I'll ask, are you contesting whether or not there's a violation? If you're not contesting that there's a violation, we'll talk about how much time you need to bring your property into compliance. We'll see. I mean, this is kind of a new format for these kinds of hearings, and we'll talk through it. But that might help save time, and you're by no means required to roll over and tell me that you're not contesting the violation. You do have the opportunity to present your case. I just want to let you know. Now, also on these hearings, the public has a right to be heard. So if someone is here from the public, they're going to have an opportunity to speak. If you are a member of the public, such right to speak is not unlimited. The comment has to be about the case, and I'll ask that you keep it, focused on the case, made as brief and as succinct as possible. And you'll have a right to speak on one case at a time. So if you are found guilty of violation, normally I grant some time to comply before it begins, although due to the nature of the violation, it may be that there's other remedies at issue. Any ruling that I make today can be appealed as a matter of law. I always encourage you, if you have any questions about what you hear from me or otherwise, retain your own counsel, because I can't be your attorney. So if you do decide to appeal, I encourage you to consult counsel. And that concludes my speech. Thank you.
Thank you. The first case is Charles Hoffman, case number 2025-0071. Licensed Compliance Officer Timothy Williams will be speaking for the county. The expert on that will be Mr. Sam Acosta, and it's on page 7 of your agenda.
Okay.
Your Honor, I've been notified that the parties spoke about this matter beforehand, that this will be a no contest case with 4 months to comply and $100 a day thereafter.
Okay. That sounds really reasonable. I'd love to. Sir, are you Mr. Hoffman?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's swear everybody in.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, please state your name for the record.
Samuel Acosta, are you?
Everybody, go ahead.
Okay, sorry. Samuel Acosta, Building Dwyer.
Timothy Williams, Citrus County License Compliance Officer.
Charles Hoffman.
All right, thanks. So you've all just sworn an oath to tell the truth. I've heard the resolution. Based on my experience, that probably sounds fair, but I don't know what the issue is yet. So could you tell me a little bit about the case? And I don't need the whole
Yes, sir.
thing, just a brief narrative works.
It was a violation for a metal garage and a roof.
Okay, and I assume it was just unpermitted?
Correct.
Okay. Mr. Hoffman, does that sound about right to you?
Yes, sir.
All right, and have you agreed to the proposed resolution you've heard? In other words, that you have 4 months to abate the violation? And
Yes, sir.
if it's not brought into compliance within the 4 months, there'll be a $100 a day fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is there anyone from the public who wants to be heard on this case? And I don't see anyone or hear anyone, so if I'm wrong, you're going to have to shout. Then what I'll do is I'll find that there's a violation and grant 4 months to bring it into compliance, $100 a day if it's not brought into compliance at the end of that time. I'll issue a written order on that. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Next case, Your Honor, is Aaron Hefty, Case number 2024-01918, Licensed Compliance Officer Kim Slater for the county. The expert on that will be Building Director Samuel Acosta. It's page 6 of your agenda.
And Your Honor, I've been notified that the parties spoke beforehand, that this would be a plea of no contest, 3 months to comply, and $250 a day thereafter if not brought into compliance.
Okay. Let's swear the folks in.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God?
I do.
Okay. You would all please state your name for the record?
You're already good, Mr. Acosta.
Yeah, you're good.
Kimberly Slater, Licensed Compliance Officer.
Aaron Hefty.
Okay, good morning, Mr. Hefty.
Morning.
Same kind of deal, Ms. Slater. I'd love to hear what the narrative is from the county's perspective.
Mr. Hefty had flood damage from the storms we had last year. He completely gutted the interior of his home, reinstalled all new interior walls, and I was just informed that the electrical, mechanical, and plumbing has not been installed yet. He stopped work as he was requested to do
Sure.
in the beginning. He hasn't moved forward, and he's brought his building plans and his flood review FEMA requirements today to apply for a permit.
He's come in from the cold. Is this a complaint-driven case?
Yes, sir.
There was a complaint on it? Wow, that's interesting. Okay.
Working without a permit.
Okay. Mr. Hefty, does this sound all about accurate to you? You're not contesting this?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
there was a time frame though that I didn't, I live in Ozello, so, but people don't understand is it takes us months and months to even to get where you can even get to the home. So it took me a little longer than it should have. Not that I did the right thing, and I'm not saying I did the right thing, but, when you get 7 feet of water in your house.
Oh,
then,
yeah.
It's a little different.
Well,
so.
and that's why I'm not as concerned about what has happened, because it sounds like y'all have figured that out. I'm just more concerned about going forward. Is 3 months enough time, you think, to bring the property into compliance from where you've been? In other words, there's been unpermitted stuff. Is 3
Yes,
months
sir.
enough time to fix that?
I would hope so, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I have everything I need, I believe,
Okay,
so.
all right.
And
So,
Your Honor, I did speak to Mr. Acosta before court today. He said ideally, if everything is 100% perfect on the permits, it could be issued in 2 weeks. So
Okay.
3 months gives the back and forth cushion
that's what I was thinking.
of
Because you're not requesting everything be perfectly performed and finished in 3 months. What you're requesting is that the permit for the work be issued, correct?
Correct.
Correct.
Yes,
Does
sir.
that make sense? Okay.
Absolutely.
So I agree. I feel like it's a really reasonable resolution. Do you have any objections to it?
No,
what
I
you've
think
heard?
it's fair.
All right. Is there anyone from the public who wants to be heard on this case? I don't see anyone. So I'm going to go ahead and ratify your agreement and find that there's been a violation. I'll grant you 3 months from the date of the written order I issue to bring, the property into compliance. And if it's not brought in compliance, there will be a $250 a day fine.
Yep.
But that's what I'm going to find.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank
All right,
you.
Thank you.
Next case, Your Honor, will be Sunshine Fairways LLC, case number 2025-00525. Licensed Compliance Officer Timothy Williams here for the county. The expert on this will be Building Director Mr. Samuel Acosta, and it's on page 8 of your agenda, sir.
Your Honor, I was notified that Ms. McKenzie is here on behalf of the owner, that the conversation occurred before court today for a no contest, 3 months to comply, and $200 a day thereafter.
You guys aren't going to make it this easy for me, are you? I mean, I come in here ready for, cases of the century. Our viewers are going to watch expecting something, so.
Well, maybe
No.
Ms. McKenzie can do something for us
All
today.
right. No, I jest. These are good things for staff and for the county. All right, so I believe we have people who might need to be sworn in.
Okay, please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
If you would, please state your name for the record.
Nicole Bell, representative of Sunshine Fairways.
All right,
And Brenda McKenzie with McKenzie Permitting and Consulting.
all right, thank you. Could I have a brief narrative of what's going on in this case?
Yes, this was a case about a wooden bridge and some brick pavers.
Well, tell me about that. Like, what about the wooden bridge and what about the brick pave? Were they just installed without a permit?
Yes, both of them. There's a wooden bridge across a lake at a golf course. They had a permit to repair the smaller bridge, but there's a big, brand-new bridge there.
Okay.
And,
Has someone complained about that?
Yes, they did.
That's interesting to me. All right, and are there
For
brick?
safety reasons.
Okay. Are there brick pavers leading up to the bridge? Where are the brick pavers?
The brick pavers are around the clubhouse.
Okay, so it's a separate thing
Yeah.
on the property.
Yes, sir.
Was there a complaint made about both things?
Yes.
Okay, all right, interesting. Does this all sound about right to you?
It does, and just a little history on it. It's an existing golf course and clubhouse that's been there since the 80s. A new owner came in a few months ago, excited, wanting to, add their touch to it, pavers and honestly,
Freshen it up.
you freshen it up, give it
Yeah.
a new look, painting, and,
Yeah.
they're new. There was a bridge there. I didn't really realize the second one. The contractor did actually build it from out of town, and we've gotten back in touch with them. They're going to be taking care of that portion of
Wow.
it. Local engineering's done the civil site for the pavers for the additional lot coverage. We're hoping we're under the threshold not to go through
Right.
swift mud.
Right.
As long as that isn't the case, the time frame should be allotted for that should be fine.
I
And,
agree.
yeah.
What's the threshold for swift mud on this?
There's no threshold for swift muds. Mr. Wilburn, the civil engineer, believes it's going to be under the threshold for the exemption.
Okay.
He just was unavailable this week, is on vacation.
Well, look, it doesn't matter for me. It matters for you because, if it's not enough time,
Right.
although it sounds like it's enough time,
Right.
you just never know with the water management districts, and I'm dealing with them on a bunch of
Exactly,
stuff right
yeah.
now.
And there was a couple other things that we thought was an issue, and it was back in 1987, and we found were things that we thought might have been in violation actually were permitted in 87 prior to LDC, and we couldn't find them of records, and
Ah.
we did. And Joanna Cadu was wonderful, zoning and director, on helping us find the original permitting on the
Wow.
kitchen, and we were permits on the AC. that
They
we
still
didn't
have
release.
copies of that here?
Yeah, and they have it on file.
That's
Well, yeah,
amazing.
I think we found it on microfilm. I don't know if I'm.
Yeah,
showing my age.
microfiche.
Yeah.
Listen, that's underrated. I'll tell you. There's a lot of. I say this for the viewers. I mean, there's a lot of training data for AI out there that's just trapped on microfiche. Some enterprising person could upload it and make a lot of money, but genealogical records and so on. But that's really interesting. So, is that stuff exempt? Is that what you're saying?
Right, there were some issues there were some things that were noted, I guess, when someone called in, but we've cleared those up. We're down to the pavers, which is a civil site plan from local engineering, and then the bridge, yes.
Okay.
It's a bridge over a canal, it's not like a bridge, it's a bridge.
That's
over
what I was
like
trying to picture.
in the canal on a golf course.
It's a canal, not a lake. You said a
on the
lake.
lake.
It's a pond.
It's a pond.
It's a
Yeah.
pond.
Yeah,
Okay.
And on a golf course, it's picturesque.
Right.
And it's a bridge going over a pond when you're out on the golf course.
Okay. Well, I don't want to belabor it. I mean, I think that this sounds like a reasonable resolution. I just wanted to kind of understand some of the background.
Right.
Do you have any objection to the resolution that's been proposed?
Well, 90 days sounds reasonable. Engineering firms are all busy, so we believe 90 days. We were going to try for 120, but 90 days really should take care of it.
I think so.
Yeah, should take care of it based on getting.
Your alternative, I assume, is to just remove it. I mean, I would remove it. You can't remove
No,
the.
it's pretty big.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, can you give me an idea of dimensions?
Could you drive a golf cart across it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right, that's helpful. Yeah, can I see it? I'm just curious. I'm inclined to ratify the resolution. Okay. Have you seen these pictures? Do you have any objection to me looking at them? Does it look about right to you? All right. Why couldn't it be removed?
Because we really want it there.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. But I mean, them's the breaks. Them's the breaks, as they say.
Technically, it could be removed.
Yeah,
It's-
yeah. So,
Yes.
well, look, here's the thing. I mean, it's got to abate somehow. So the best way is to properly permit it. It sounds like it will be. I don't see why it'd be an issue, really. Wait, are these two different bridges?
Yeah, zoomed in.
No, these are different.
May I see them?
That's the old existing one on the left, and the one on the right
Yeah, one
is
of them is the old existing.
That's been there since the eighties.
It's like a reddish color.
Oh, okay. So there's one that has X's on the bottom. There's one that has X's on the bottom that I'm showing 2 of 4. There's some X's on the bottom supports and just rails on top. But then there's one that has no X's on the bottom and just a bunch of vertical.
That is,
One that has a permit.
Okay, so 2 has a permit, 3 doesn't. Okay, yeah, 3 looks really good. I'd see why you would want to keep it, so, all right. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to find that there is a violation. I'll hear from the public in a moment. And grant 3 months to bring it into compliance. If it's not brought into compliance, as ordered, $200 a
Yes,
day.
sir.
Is there anyone from the public who wants to be heard on this? I don't see any issues with this. I think it's going to, All right, is there anything else that you want me to know?
no, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you.
The next case is Francesca Delgado, case number 2025-00189. Licensed Compliance Officer Timothy Williams for the county, the expert being Building Director, Mr. Samuel Acosta. It's on page 5 of your agenda, sir.
On this one, Your Honor, my code officer did have a conversation with the homeowner beforehand. She indicated there was no contest and that the fine would be $100 a day, but she is not present, so he was advised that he will have to do the full presentation.
Yeah, I think that's right. I have no reason to disbelieve the representations, but just, for obeying, I think, basic due process, I think we have to go through it.
All right,
Okay.
sir. This is case number CE 2025-00189, Chapter 18, Article 1, Section 18-8A, obtain after-the-fact permits for all construction or modification of the Citrus County Code of Ordinance. The address is 169 Northeast Avenue, Inverness, Florida. Property owner Francesca Delgado. Good service. Signed, certified mail return receipt. I'd like to authenticate documents in the following to admit be evidence. Exhibit A, photos taken from my initial inspection on April 8th, 2025. Corrective action inspection on May 13th, 2025. And final inspection on June 25th, 2025. A copy of the notice of violation, notice of hearing, pre-hearing order, and a copy of the certified mail return receipt indicating good service.
Are those latter documents a part of Exhibit B, like a different exhibit, or are they all in one exhibit?
2 exhibits,
Okay,
A
gotcha.
and B.
Got it, all right.
On April 10th, 2025, a notice of violation was sent regarding a mobile home installation without an issued permit. At my corrective action inspection on May 13th, the property remains the same without a permit. And on my final inspection on June 25th, 2025, the property still remains in a violation without any issued permits, and I have been in contact with the owners.
And based on the zoning, a mobile home is allowed to be there, perhaps?
sir.
Once the permit is issued?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what did the owner tell you?
They're waiting. They could have got a permit issued already. They have to get the plumber and mechanical signed on to the permit, so they are within hours
Got
of
it.
getting it.
Okay. Then what is the county's recommendation?
$100 a day and the right to tell us when the case is abated. Or
Can I see
issued.
your proposed exhibits?
Yes, sir.
Is there anyone from the public who wants to be heard on this? I don't see anyone even I don't see anybody. All right. Thank you. All right, let me just take a look. I'll admit the proposed evidence as exhibits A and B without objection. Well, so it says on the photos 3 of 5, 4 of 5, 5 of 5. All right, there we go. Okay. Okay, everything looks good to me. I'm going to go ahead and find that there is a violation on the property. And I'll grant 30 days to comply, and if it's not brought into compliance as ordered, then $100 a day.
Very good. Thank
Actually,
you.
based on what you said and the amount of time, I'm going to change that to 15 days.
15.
Yep, sorry.
They are very close.
All right, so that is the last case on my agenda. Is there any other case? Like, am I seeing that right?
Correct?
All right. Is there anything else that the county wants to take up before the hearing is adjourned?
No, Your Honor.
All right. I thought this was going to be longer, which is why I asked for the afternoon one to be scheduled when it was, but that goes to show you about best laid plans. So I don't have anything else. The time is 9:26. This hearing is adjourned.